What's up, guys? It's Evan with Free For All. I have the whole crew plus one tonight. Hey, Brady.
Yeah! Oh, my God. I thought
You got a microphone.
Side note, we only have 4 mics, so Brady's just going to be loud, which is not really a problem.
Sorry.
No, just get in here
It's all
close,
good.
bud.
Josh is here.
What up?
Chuck's here.
Hello.
Brady, as we said, and Trey's here.
Yo!
Trey did video.
Woohoo!
Trey showed up.
Finally.
I fucking hate all you
set up
guys.
the camera.
You did. You did. You're like our roadie.
I did a good job.
Oh, will you be our roadie?
Are there going to be wet women?
Sure.
Sweet.
Have you
It's like
seen
you
us?
haven't listened to our podcast.
I know
new
one of you
YouTube
got
channel.
a girlfriend out of this podcast. So therefore,
true.
I'm a Gemini. Favorite Star Wars book? Definitely Tales of the Bounty Hunter. I try to reread Dune at least once every year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And I also laugh hysterically after I come.
It's not creepy. It's not.
It's very like I've had a great time. It's kind of like how a kid cries at Christmas.
Yeah, you could take our word for it,
Yeah.
or you could find out for yourself.
I really wish you wouldn't have given any exposition and just started laughing hysterically.
Position.
just then.
Exposition.
Position.
Yes.
I fell off a bike
As the
today.
French
Oh,
would
the
say.
exposition!
What else happened today is Game of Thrones.
Yes.
I like how you authoritative.
Yeah.
What else happened today?
Authorita.
It was Game of Thrones.
Season 7, Episode 5, Eastwatch. We're going to talk about it. What did you guys think?
There wasn't a lot of Eastwatch. I'll just go ahead and take Chuck's line.
That's fair. A lot of it was leading up to Eastwatch, which is the easternmost castle on the wall. And for some, does anyone understand why John's taking a raiding party out to go see the people coming?
He's trying
Yeah.
to
Yeah, he's trying to
a
catch
White
one.
Watcher.
Catching one to take it to Cersei.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they're trying to do. Is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get one.
It seems like what they're actually trying to do is face the White Walker problem before the actual throne, which is what we did not think this season was going to be.
No,
Still don't think it's going to happen.
What they're actually trying to do is get rid of a bunch of characters that are on the cusp of people loving and getting rid of them all at once.
That's fair.
They were flying in the Victory V. Okay, I'm just letting you know.
I was thinking Reservoir Dogs.
No, as Corch Code and Bombay would call it, it would be the Flying V.
The
Yeah.
ducks do fly together.
Yes, they do.
Um,
Except for the Anaheim Ducks, they suck. San Jose Sharks for life.
Yeah, hockey.
Yeah, hockey.
Yeah. This happened.
Can I switch seats?
go Preds.
Can I switch podcasts?
Yeah, more hockey.
So we opened the episode with Jamie and Braun. Really glad they didn't drag that out. Like we went a whole week and wondering if maybe they did kill Jamie. I was just I don't think anyone here actually thought Jamie
No.
was dead.
But what if they had not had the suspense part, but he was dead, and they just showed a skeleton with a metal hand at the bottom of that lake?
That would have been an interesting way to go, but I would have been okay with that. I was just glad they didn't delay it.
A lot of time would have had to have lapsed for it to be a complete
That could have been toxic water.
to-
You don't know.
A random 200-year jump into the future for Game of Thrones. This
Yeah,
week.
who's just so you guys aren't wondering. Here's Jamie.
Or River Piranha.
Yeah, that too. There could
Band
be some
name called
creatures.
it.
Damn it. Every time, folks. Every time. So yeah, we find out, Braun's like, you're not gonna die till I get my money, because that's all he fucking cares about. And he lost his little pouch of gold. But we got a lot of exposition this week, which I was okay with. You didn't love it, Chuck.
I wasn't a huge fan because sometimes when Game of Thrones is at its best, it mixes in God Almighty exposition with the action, and we only got one of those things.
It's ZX.
There was a lot of setup. I mean,
Sleeper.
There is also there are no boobs.
that is fair.
Game of Thrones doesn't
I
do the
give
boobs
this
anymore.
0 tacos out of 5 tacos. No boobs.
My notes for this are like triple as long as they usually are because of just how many jumps we had for story building. So let's just kind of talk about a little bit of it. We have Dany with her mountain of a dragon, literally, as it
That
is
thing
the top
is
of a mountain.
huge.
Drogon gets bigger every week. Like it grew so much
massive.
bigger. It grows as it burns people, I guess.
That's like something off
Oh
of
no, it would
Dragon
be way
Age.
bigger.
Supplements.
Yeah. HGH.
PED, performance enhancing
test-
dragons.
He buys the pills off
Test-
InfoWars.
Test that dragon. So we see the captured Lannisters. Dany.
the frog's gay. Sorry.
Son of a bitch. I get it.
So Dany gives the Lannister captured men an option to kneel, to bend the knee and join her, or to die, which was an extreme choice for her, I thought.
Yeah, I actually, it's interesting that they're kind of taking a darker direction with her than they have before. Cause
I like it.
Do you? I mean, it seems more relevant to the character for me because obviously
You've bitched about it for so long.
I don't like her, so I think it's the right turn for her. I also think it makes it a more interesting story because now there is a legitimate fear, more than just saying, well, she's the daughter of the Mad King. It actually can instill the fear that she really is like her father.
Yeah, they have to have some doubt there that she could be like just a
the
crazy
Lannisters
bitch.
have to be able to kind of hang their hat on something against her, and right now the only thing they have is the fact that she is the daughter of the Mad King, and she's going to use the dragons to invade and torch the entire world. And so far, this is the evidence that that could happen.
You know who believes that now? The Tarleys.
most of them,
Well,
2/3 of them do.
man, so Billy Bones. Fuck you, Billy Bones.
That's all that's left.
Billy Bones.
You're dead.
Wait, is that a Muppet Treasure Island reference? Please tell me. Yes.
It's a Treasure Island.
No, it's a boom.
You're right. Muppets.
Boom.
Muppets were
Muppets
first. you're
Treasure
right.
Island.
Muppet Treasure Island. Yeah.
Yes.
What I say? Space
Yes.
Space
No,
Muppet.
no. That's
No,
good.
he said Treasure Island. He
Yeah,
said
no,
Muppet,
you're good.
Muppets.
You're good.
Treasure Island.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The Muppets. The Muppets
Yeah.
created that story.
Black
Check the
Sails was based
replay to
off
see
of
if he
that.
actually said Muppets
Yeah.
Treasure Island.
So Billy
is
Bones is
happening?
Written by
dead.
Robert Louis Stevenson.
With Brady.
As is the Father Tarley. I don't know his name.
I call him Pa.
Randall.
Pa.
Yeah, Pa
Randall
Tarley.
Tarley.
Sure.
Yeah, Randall Tarley. He is Ash now.
Randy.
What about Dick on? Dick in? What's that guy's
Yeah,
name?
Dick on.
Billy Bones.
Yeah. I
also Dick on.
absolutely love the fact that every time they say Dick on, at least two of us
Everyone
laugh.
was laughing,
us. It was
including
all-
Kristen.
I said at least.
So we get Jamie and Cersei back in their chambers. Jamie is like, we can't fucking win, which was a nice little thing to see.
Yeah, it was a weirdly I am on your side here with the whole episode in general. I think that the season actually really needed this exposition in general, and I thought that it's an interesting twist that they've done with a defeatist mentality, basically, with all of the Lannisters.
It's interesting because Jamie never is like that. I mean, Jamie, last week when the Dothraki were bearing down on him and Bronn's like, we should run. And he's like, we can turn them back.
Yeah, and this week he's like,
Then
we
Drogon
should
showed
have
up.
run. I saw that shit. There was a guy who jumped off a horse into a bunch of other people and cut their heads off and shit.
Yeah, he was talking about, and like, even now, he's like, the Dothraki were playing with
It was
us.
sport for them.
Yeah, that was pretty badass.
Yeah,
Not
I
as
keep
exciting as a drama that she's pregnant. Read it in TMZ.
That's later on.
But it's fine. We can talk about
Cersei's
that.
Pregnant. Hello. Who's
Um,
the father?
So
I was-
you think, is that what her and Qyburn were talking about?
I think that and the fact that he was aware of the conversation between Tyrion and Jamie as well.
You think that position he was playing the role of, Vag Doctor?
Vag doctor?
I think that's it.
He was giving her.
As a medical
Take that, OBGYN.
I'm no zoologist.
It's definitely sex position.
So,
Yeah.
That's my words.
Yeah.
Damn it, we're so
Vag
far off
doctor.
track.
You only get me once.
I was gonna say I back on the Dothraki thing real quick because I had forgotten that nobody had seen Dothraki from Westeros. Like,
Yeah.
we had seen them for 7 seasons at this point, or 6.5 now. But this is like the first time that anybody has actually seen what these quote unquote savages do in war, and they absolutely lived up to their name.
They're
which is-
good.
yeah, I
Turns
really
out.
liked that aspect. So,
we got one of the more badass scenes of this season, I thought.
real quick question.
What?
I was asking this in the middle of the episode. The prophecy about Cersei's kids dying. Do you remember the wording? Was it specifically mentioning her daughter and sons that were currently alive, or was it just all her children will die?
It said that she would have 3 children with golden hair.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Okay.
is basically Jamie's hair, right?
Yeah,
in her
Okay.
and they're already
Because
all
they're
dead.
related.
I just wanted to make sure because I could totally see that
This
prophecy.
kid ain't being born, dude.
That's what I'm
He gonna
saying.
die.
I could totally see this prophecy
die when
also
Jamie
being
stabs her.
like somebody
Yeah.
stabbing her exactly.
Like Jamie.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's gonna happen.
Qyburn's baby.
Ew.
That is the worst.
Anyways, one of the better
Mountain
scenes
baby.
I thought from the year
He gave her a
was
lot of milk and puppy.
Dany returning with Drogon and John walking right up to John, and John kind of staring down Drogon and then petting him, and I was like, Targaryen.
It was absolutely the best part of this episode to me.
It was so
he,
cool.
He had a fear boner, and he definitely came. You could see it all over his face.
It's
Did he
fair.
laugh hysterically? Because otherwise you
No,
have no
that would have
proof.
been me. I don't like.
He's gonna ride that dragon. Maybe not that dragon, but he's gonna ride a dragon.
Yeah.
Who's the third rider?
I have no clue. Like I'm legitimately trying to find out.
Does it have to be a Targaryen?
It's gonna be Bran. I can throw my bet in right now. It's Bran.
Bran could work technically. I mean,
oh God, would he warg it?
I was going to
That'd
say,
be awesome.
do you think that the warg power works on dragons?
I don't see why not.
I mean, yeah, why not?
God, it'd be so fucking cool.
All right, that's kind of my bet as well now.
Or if there's like a undead ice dragon that comes up and he wargs it, he turns it on their own army.
Oh, 4 dragon riders.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know who else it could be. I mean, everybody said like joking like Tyrion, but it wouldn't make sense. I mean, it would have to be somebody else who is. I mean,
They got to leave the dragon for him.
It could be Mormont if he survives.
No, Mormont's not coming back from Eastwatch.
Yeah.
You never know.
Mormont showed back up.
No, dude, they like
and
left
gave-
on good terms. There's no way he's coming back.
Yeah.
Plus, he gave that over-the-shoulder look and nod.
Yeah,
that means
like-
he's dead.
Yeah.
How was it again?
How would
That's how you feel when you need a human touch. You get touched.
yeah.
What's that from? That's from something.
Scrubs, isn't it?
It is Scrubs. You know.
That is the second time today somebody who really loves that show forgot a reference, and I was the other one.
Good
Sadly.
story.
You're welcome.
So as we said, Jorah's back, but he's gonna die. Hopefully, he didn't spread grayscale to Dany as he hugged her. They're like, he's cured. I'm like, are we sure he's cured?
Well,
I
I mean,
wouldn't
at least
take
there
that
was
risk.
a lot of clothing in between.
Because he's fully clothed. Like,
And,
she
like,
can't
gloves
see
and
under that, and
everything.
she walks up. She's like, "So you're cured?" And he's like, "Yeah." He
You
could have
know.
been like not cured at all.
I mean,
It's
considering the
incurable,
fact that
but,
the
you know.
last time she saw him, it was just on his arm. And I know it spreads fast and all, but she really doesn't know.
It's fair. She doesn't know.
Maybe she doesn't fear grayscale the same way she doesn't fear fire.
I don't know what to say to that.
I'm just saying.
We did see Bran warging a lot of ravens, not just one.
Arabians.
Arabian Nights.
If.
Did he work any Arabian days?
Well, we do have a lot of ravens. That's what I do know. And there's a shit ton of them, and there is nowhere near as many of them as there are dead people. The White Walker army we got to see, and it is bigger than the last time we saw it at Hardhome.
Yeah,
And
I
that is a
also-
big army.
And also,
big.
the Night King is the best scarecrow.
Well, I do like the fact that it seems like he has some sort of just presence of
You could say
like
he's
knowledge
outstanding
or
in his field.
It's fair. Yeah, like the he like kind of could feel Bran there, and he turned the ravens against
that's what I'm
him.
saying. Yeah, he has like some sort of awareness of whether it be just a warg in general or the three-eyed raven specifically. Those two are obviously intrinsically linked in some way. So seeing that there's some sort of connection, he basically kind of broke the connection that he had with all those ravens at one time with just a look as well. I think I'm really intrigued by this lore, and I'm like so ready to get into it much more, which is why I'm happy with some stuff that happened later in the episode.
Crazy
as well.
to think we only have like 8 episodes left ever.
So I'm saying people need to start dying if they're gonna.
Well, you're about to see some of that.
No.
No, everyone should live and hold hands.
Yes. Like the whole.
If this ends with a peace treaty and everyone lives,
The last 8 episodes should just be like just real high quality, just porn. That's all I want.
you will see
I
riots.
mean, I've seen that movie.
Like no one dies. They're just like, you know what?
What?
Let's
There's
just
a
all get
Game of
along.
Thrones porn?
And
of
fuck.
course.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Can you send it to me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What porn parodies?
Sure.
I don't want it to be funny. I want it
No,
to be
no,
serious.
no, 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 no. Porn parodies isn't like waka
Yeah.
waka, dick in the
Yeah,
face.
Like I
Are
really,
you-
I really
Brady-
want her to bend the knee. You know
Brady,
what I'm saying?
are you really trying to tell me that you think you'd have trouble finding Game of Thrones porn out there?
Yeah, it's called Google.
I like to play the role of the innocent.
Turn on that.
Please talk about how
incognito
you
window.
laugh after coming again.
It's a real genuine moment.
So let's talk about Sam. Let's combine Sam's scenes here. Let's just talk about all Sam's stuff.
Which is-
Trey, thoughts on Sam?
He kind of still fucking sucks.
Oh,
I hate you.
No, dude, Sam's awesome.
He totally missed that line in the book.
how would he know? He doesn't have the background.
That
to
sounds
know
like
that.
a thing that he should know.
that is not.
As the awesome guy
That's
you all
more the
claim that he
writer's
is.
fault than Sam's. Leave Sam out of this.
Yeah, the fact that
I like that the writers threw that in there. Actually,
I hated it. What a cock tease.
well, I think
it's
that
supposed
book.
to be a tease.
I mean,
I
if she
think-
would have said the entire thing and then him still not pay attention to it because he was too focused on other things, that's one thing. But it was like, bruh,
See, this
what do you
episode,
think?
But he
episode,
would-
you got a baby, you got an annulment, you got a ton of shit going on right now.
But he wouldn't know that. Like he doesn't
Excitement
have
ensued.
any reference to think that John would be like the son of Rhaegar or anything like that.
However,
I mean, I get it, but it was still written just like just a huge tease, man.
That was
I did
purely
not
for
like
the
it.
audience.
The way I see that kind of playing out is because look, as of right now, the only person who knows for a fact that he's a Targaryen, that Jon Snow is a Targaryen, is Bran, and nobody has any reason to really trust him. So even if he brings that up to Jon in front of multiple people, unless there's some sort of evidence to back it up, who's really there to believe him? So I do think that book, that record came with Sam when he left Old Town, and I do think that Sam having that knowledge, being able to remember that conversation,
It can back up Bran's claim.
will be, I mean, he knows that Rhaegar now had an annulled wedding or an annulled marriage in general and married somebody in secret. It matches up with this complete stranger Bran's story. So, I mean, it's a tease for way down the road, and it pissed me off at first too, but the more I think about it, it is laying that groundwork for something that could happen either at the end of this season or late in middle of next.
I just didn't like the way it was written, but I will say that the shit that he packed up, I hope it's worth it, because otherwise he spent the past
He saved
season
Jorah.
and a half just saving Jorah, who's gonna die next episode anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of time wasted.
I'm going to call Jorah lives.
You
Nope.
think?
Jorah lives. I think...
No.
I think he
I
goes
think-
out in an epic way. That's why they had to save him.
And then he's gonna stand up with blue glassed over eyes, Jorah White Walker.
I mean, I could honestly see 5 people from that crew coming back. I could see, obviously John's
What
coming
if
back.
Jorah gets infected and Jorah's the White Walker they bring back?
I feel
oh shit, that's a good point.
I like
That
that
would be
actually.
fucking crazy.
I like that a lot.
That could
Actually,
work.
you know what? I could see them. So one of those guys.
or the Hound.
Oh
Holy
man,
shit.
the Hound needs to
Oh
see
my
Brienne
god!
again.
Somebody's
No,
gonna
White Walker
contract,
Hound
like,
versus
the
the
AIDS,
Undead
dude.
Mountain
They're
is
gonna
the
get the
is the thing I want.
Oh, that would be
What?
pretty cool.
Undead Mountain versus
White Walker Hound.
Oh God.
Right? That's like celebrity deathmatch.
Because he was one of the 5 that I would see coming. Like, I mean, I feel like John's coming back. I feel like Tormund's coming back.
Yeah, John's coming back. Let's just
Obviously,
throw
yeah.
that out there.
Tormund has to come back because he has to totally
Have
Gendry
sweet
has to
babies
come
and-
back.
Yeah, 17-pound
We'll get to that.
monster
Yeah.
babies with
Oh my
Brienne.
So a lot of people are spying, it turns out, and kind of some sneaky things going on.
Yeah, I don't know where this is going.
So Sansa totally gets called out by Arya for not standing up enough for Jon because the North are a bunch of fickle bitches.
God,
as you
I
pointed
hate it.
out.
Yeah.
I'm
They
like,
just need
you made
the-
an oath. It's been like a week.
He took vacation.
Yeah, they need a little girl there all the time.
They would not abide
Yeah,
Trump
John,
in the North.
John ran on the position of not taking any vacation days. He was like, "Listen, there's so much for me to do in the North, the White, house, that I cannot afford to take any vacation days." What does
Sir
he do?
Alistair played
Yeah.
so much golf.
Yeah, for real.
So and then Sansa has been Arya has been suspicious of Littlefinger because always be suspicious of Littlefinger.
Because he's the worst.
Never forget he caused all of this. He was
Every
the one that
single
started it.
bit of it.
So he's not going out without a fight,
No.
And I like super smart spy Arya versus Littlefinger. Like, who's going to win that?
I think she's outmatched in that particular category. But the good news is when it comes down to it, she can just kill him.
So
I don't know. I think Arya only knows how to kill. I don't think she knows how to be like a spy or do espionage shit.
she did secretly gather all of
The phrase.
the phrase together without their
she's
knowledge.
really good at killing, not like.
She had already taken over and become the leader of the phrase without anyone noticing.
Yeah, I think she's good at the espionage part, but she's just not on Littlefinger's level. He's been doing this for his entire life because he's a scheming little snake.
Or we could be led to think that, and that she's already onto him. It's a triple fake out.
I don't feel like
I don't think she's
you can't
seasoned
triple fake a
enough.
double fake.
You don't know that. She could be seasoned. Yeah.
Like a
You know
nice
what's up.
cast
weird.
iron skillet.
Yeah, it's getting a little weird.
You don't know.
Wait, how old is she now?
She's only a year younger than
Yes.
Sansa in real life, which is crazy.
How old are they now? Oh, what?
They're legal.
Legal? Yes, awesome. Wait, everywhere or?
No, just the upper half.
Yeah. Like her arm?
He
I
meant
meant like in other
legal in
countries.
all
I guess-
territories. My God.
Well, if I
Like,
take them to space.
I don't know if you're in Cambodia with them. I don't know their rules there.
Oh, there are plenty of rules.
Jesus Christ. We also get Tyrion and Varys, which is always fun.
Yes.
Varys seems
Yeah.
like he's always spying. He's like, it's a sealed letter to the King of the North. So what's it say?
See,
He's
that
like,
was girl
"Nothing
talk
good."
right there. They had girl talk. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was when the meeting came that they just decided to go catch a White Walker because that's easy, and send it to Cersei to prove to her. That's gonna
I want to imagine it just being like thrown in a mailbox, just like here. Go
it's
see
not going to
Cersei.
do anything. She's going to be like, okay, I'm still going to murder you. Like, she would turn on them in the middle of the battle against the White Walkers.
Yeah, it's not a solid plan, but, I mean, they are very focused on these White Walkers, which they should be.
That whole meeting led to Davos taking Tyrion back to King's Landing, which turned out to produce a lot.
It did.
Tyrion has his first meeting with Jaime since right before he killed his father 3 seasons ago. In a nice little moment. I like Bronn's little deception in that.
Yeah, he's
some badass cinematography in that when it kept showing like small Tyrion with gigantic the dread in the background. God, it was so cool.
Off center too, which was really well done.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But it's basically just Tyrion telling the plan that they just came up with to Jaime, getting him to relay that to Cersei. And while at the same time Davos comes, and for 4 years, I believe we've waited, Gendry's back.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, young Christian Bale.
That motherfucker finally found land.
He really,
like right
and
before,
he's like, "Oh God damn it! It's the same place I just was."
right before the machine, Christian Bale.
Man, when he sent the tweet out after like season 5 and it just said "still rowing," I laughed so hard. Yeah, so Ginger's back. He's a big dude now.
He likes hammers.
He's a badass.
And he's like not good with a sword, and he goes and gets the Warhammer, which his father used. I was like, that was awesome.
That dude's face doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, then they have the guards come in down on the beach, and he's like, Tyrion shows up. They're gonna stop him. Nope, Warhammer to the face.
Have you guys ever noticed there's 2 types of guards? Super serious guards, and then just fucking give a shit guards.
Yeah,
That's the only 2.
they were kind of in the middle. They were fucking give a shit guards, and then they're like, oh wait,
They just wanted the money and the horny crab meat.
That was weird.
horny crab meat's a
Does it
thing.
Does it work?
I haven't had
thought you said
fermented crab
doesn't.
meat. I don't know.
I want it to work.
Brady's got some crab fermenting in his house right now.
Oh man, I have never wanted to have sex that bad. Like, if you're not getting it up, just leave it at that. Don't eat fermented crab meat.
Isn't that just like
You can always pull a gray worm.
salmonella?
You know, just
That's what Viagra is, turns out.
give him the tongue,
Pill form of
tongue
fermented.
tornado. You know what I'm talking about? The tongue tornado.
I do know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
That was in the secret book.
Gendry and John are friends. That's interesting.
Yeah.
They were fast friends. I like that.
Yeah,
That
I
was
like
awesome.
connecting over being bastards and like just kind of the like no bullshit way that Gendry talked to
Well,
him
like
as
the
well.
correlation between like their fathers. I just thought that was really cool. It's kind of seemed like picking up immediately.
Well, at least what John's perceived biological father is anyway.
Well,
but,
the
like,
man
he
that
was raised
the man
by-
that raised him.
Yeah.
and he has no
He pulled a
clue as
Yondu
of right now. Yeah,
I may not have been your father, but he may have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy.
That's right.
Spoilers
Mary
for
Poppins, y'all.
Guardians.
I still haven't seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Well, spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy
I was
2.
wondering what this Mary Poppins thing's.
I'm not gonna tell you that part.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
It's
I might
aliens.
later.
So Gendry's gonna go to. Oh wow! Do you think Gendry comes back from the White Walkers?
Yeah.
He's in the raiding party.
Yeah, he was one of the ones.
He
He
was
has
in
to.
the flying V.
God, put dragon glass on that hammer.
I'm telling you,
kidding.
he's going to be the one to forge their dragonglass weapons, and so he needs to come back for that. And yes, I do want to see a dragonglass hammer.
Oh yeah, it'd be really cool. It seems right, but yeah. So the foreman of the party before they're going out, they're like, "Who else is coming?" The Brotherhood from episode 1 of this year. I'd totally forgotten about that until the preview showed the Hound with the Brotherhood and
Right.
the Hound having that vision, which was like
wall.
this throwaway part in episode 1, and I was like, "Oh, they're bringing it back." They're there in the cell. Thoros is looking rough because he can't drink. Thoros likes the booze. And Barrick's there. I guess the rest of the Brotherhood was like, nah, you guys go ahead. So we have, who, besides the cannon fodder people, what main characters do we have? We have John, we have Gendry, we have Jorah,
Davos.
Davos.
Or did he
No,
say
Davos
that?
stayed
Davos
behind.
He did stay behind. Okay.
Tormund.
Yeah.
And then Thoros, the Hound, and Barrick.
Yeah.
So we have 7 main characters going out. Well, at least
I think
named characters.
4 or 5 of them come back. I think Barrick's gone. I think Thoros
I think at
is
least
gone.
3 die.
I think
Barrick
those
and
two.
Thoros have no purpose left in the show, I wouldn't think. Except for maybe that they believe in Rolor, the only god that seems to actually like be real in this world.
I mean, he's gonna light that sword on fire, and he's gonna take a couple of them out. But I think
He's
it's
going
gonna
down.
It's gonna end with that as his last stand. And I do think that. I mean, I can buy the idea of maybe one of them getting turned and being brought back, so there's 4 that live.
I could see Jorah being that one. That was a good call by you, Brady.
Yeah.
I totally see that happening. I see the. I think we were kidding about undead hound versus undead.
I still
mountain.
feel like the Hound has to fight the Mountain.
I do feel like they have one fight left in
It
there.
has to
But
happen.
Arya has to kill the Mountain, I feel like.
Well, he can be wounded and down, and Qyburn's going to bring him back, and then, but she's fake Qyburn, and then murders him.
I could.
The plot
Spoilers for the
thickens.
end of Game of Thrones. I just told it to you.
A lot of boobs.
Yeah, so overall, I mean, obviously, so we've just told you about a lot of different shit that happened. Overall, I liked it. If I felt we need to learn all of this, sure, I guess they could have spread it out through 2 episodes and give us some action in between, but I think they just really want, for the last 2 episodes of this season, to be like, holy fuck, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and Kristen brought up a good point when I was coming downstairs. That if there's going to be a lot of action in the last 2 episodes, which there no doubt is, she didn't want it to stop to go back to some sort of exposition.
They didn't
like
want to
bouncing
Return of the
back and
King it?
forth. Correct. So
Pardon me.
Return of the King totally does that. I love that movie as much as anyone, but man,
Cinematic perfection, sir.
you have
Perfect.
the massive battle, like the undead show up at Minas Tirith,
Yeah.
and then
Sam
cuts
is
to
like
Sam and
grabbing a bunch of
Frodo.
shit. Yeah.
I could see that.
Important plot needed to be told.
As it did in this, but I didn't mind them doing it all in one episode. So for the next 2 episodes, or at least the next episode, we're gonna get some holy shit moments. I do think episode 6 this year, the penultimate episode, is going to be the major one, and I see 7 being kind of like last year's
I was gonna
final,
say.
which had a lot of up moments, but still not be quite as like insane as maybe as the penultimate. Do you think we're getting that? Or do you think we get 2 like holy crap episodes?
I think we get 1.5.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
I think it's going to be very much like it was last year, in which Battle of the Bastards was almost entirely, or wasn't it all that pretty much? It started
was the
with
Battle
Danny.
of the Bastards, yeah.
Didn't it start
Where the
with
fuck
Danny
is
burning?
Ghost?
Yeah, I do want to know that too.
I actually forgot. Ghost is alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he still at
You
the
mean
wall?
Also Lumeria.
Nymeria?
Lumeria.
Nymeria is out in the woods somewhere.
She is Queen of the Wolves,
Yeah.
and she will remain that way. I still want to see her change her mind and lead all the wolves in at the main battle that happens. Like, I'm coming, Arya.
I could kind of see wolves fighting alongside them
happening.
against
That will not
against
happen.
the walkers.
That will not happen.
Just saying, I could see it. Yeah, I do kind of want to know where Ghost is as well. But yeah, I think it's going to be very much like, it was all Battle of the Bastards last year, and then we had a lot of crazy moments
A lot of crazy.
with a lot of setup for this season. I think it's going to be the exact same thing at the end of this season.
What do you think, Trey?
I think Josh is wrong.
That's a valid point. We're going to end it there. We want to know what you think.
I give it 1 whole
Yeah.
chest pie.
What do you guys think? Did this episode feel like a letdown? Did you want to see more action, or were you okay with all the world building, all the story they did? I like the setup personally, but again, I want to know what you think. Comment down below. Let us know what you think. What's going to happen in the next episode? Who survives? John, obviously, but anyone else? Tormund's running a lot. I like to watch Tormund run. It's always funny to me. He's like, hey.
Well, yeah, he's running to Brienne.
Yeah, he is. Did you bring the big lady with you? I enjoyed that part.
Yeah. His love for Brienne is fantastic.
Make sure to like this video. Make sure to hit the share button. Tell your friends. And if you like this video and you want to see more like it, our weekly breakdown, we'll be doing it for this, Westworld, possibly some other shows. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. You can also watch our weekly podcast on here. And anything else?
If you know your friend's YouTube login, hit that like button also.
Yeah, totally
And
steal their
subscribe.
identity and just use it to subscribe.
Still
Right.
everyone's identity.
We're worth it. Yeah.
As long as it's to
and
subscribe
also
to our
take
podcast.
some money.
Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets.
That's fair. We're going to end it there. Thanks, folks.